What if Hinata was born an Uchiha and Sasuke was born a Hyuga?
Chapter 3. Chunin Exams. At the Hyuga clan compound. Hiyashi is glad to see his son's return. Hiyashi told that the Chunin exams is about to begin real soon. So tomorrow at dawn Sasuke should prepare their early spar training. Neji would instruct Sasuke to determine to be a real shinobi and the next heir of the main branch so that Hiyashi make him proud of being the strongest Hyuga to take his place. Sasuke would reply. Don't worry, father. I won't be disappointed in you. Hiyashi nod but on one condition. Hiyashi tells Sasuke to stop flirting with the pink-haired girl, he meant Sakura. Hiyashi forbade Sasuke of seeing her because Sasuke would not pay attention because he prohibited to see Sakura because it would cause a distraction and losing his focus. So Sasuke would nod but very disappointed, they dismissed their conversations and Sasuke is off to bed. Then suddenly Hanabi jump-scared Sasuke but Sasuke wasn't flinched. Hanabi was excited to his big bro home. Sasuke was glad to see Hanabi. Sasuke asked, How are you doing, Hana? Hanabi replied, I am fine. As usual. I was worried you won't return back home on your first mission. Then Hanabi told that she have managed to up on her grades and basically she is a prodigy in the academy and a gifted fighter in the gentle fist training. Sasuke patted her. I am so proud of you, Hana. Hanabi appreciate the support. The two are getting along. Neji was watching, enjoying their sibling moment. Deep down he felt he is left out. He wishes he wanted a good and peaceful life of his own if only his father was here. At dawn Sasuke, Hiyashi and Neji are at the field to teaching the palm rotation and twin lion fist and then the 64 palm combos. Sasuke tried to 64 palms but it's not enough and failed to attempt to do so. Sasuke manages to awake the twin lion's fist but it keeps faded away and had not enough chakra control. Neji on the other hand have succeeded his perfect palm rotation and 64 palms. During their private spar, Sasuke manages to figure out his own technique called the air palm and the 128 palm guard but it only knows once. So he attempted again but it only has 105 guard, he got so tired and the sun has risen. They both taking a break and enjoying their breakfast and Sasuke was in the hurry to meet up his teammates, same with Neji. He is also meeting up his teammates as well, he is also attending to the Chunin exam. Sasuke kisses Hanabi farewell. Naruto was hyped up and impatiently. Hinata however, she is just distance away from Naruto. Sasuke arrives but Kakashi wasn't there yet. Elsewhere the Jonins and Anbu have gathered around. Danzo Shimura was also there, besides Hiruzen's seat with the orb hold. They have gathered them all that the Chunin exams is about to begin in a few hours. Many shinobi from different villages are attending. The Sand Village's cage, aka the K's cage is here in the Leaf Village to represent and spectating the exam and wants to promote his three children, Tamari, Konkuro and the youngest child, Gara. The Jinchuriki of the One Tail, Shukaku. Three of the Jonins who are the rookie 9 including Might Guy are present to signing their students to attend the exam. Back at Naruto, Hinata and Sasuke. They are bored and tired of waiting. Naruto decided to take time and roam around the village if Kakashi is busy on something. Naruto, Sasuke and Hinata encounters the Sand siblings. They hold Konohamaru by the collar and Konkuro is about to hurt Kono. Thankfully Naruto, Sasuke and Hinata arrive just in time to save the honorable grandson of the third Hokage. Like in canon they fought. Until Gaara arrived and ceased the fight. Gaara tells his eldest siblings that it's a waste of time, they need to leave and heading to the exam that was held. Gaara turn around and introduces himself to Team 7. Hinata would wish to see him again. Sasuke was terrified of his guts. They met Kakashi and show the location that where are they heading to the room that they are about to attend. Then Team 7 met up with Neji and his teammates, Rock Lee and Tenten. Sasuke introduces his cousin and teammated. Pretty sure Naruto already met Neji but not Tenten and Lee. Neji Hyuga however, this is the first time he finally meets Hinata Uchiha for the first time, two of the rival clan members that they represent their dojutsu. The two are staring each other in anger, like they are starting their rivalry. Then Hinata mocks Neji and his guts and insults him. Neji felt offended what she heard, but Sasuke defending him, and stop trash talking, Team Guy are going to the room they are about to attend. Rock Lee calls out Sasuke to challenge him. It plays the same like in canon and then Might Guy appears and punches Lee and tells him that he should not use that technique, it's only for the exam and save it. Team 7 finally arrived. Ibiki Morino tells all Genin participants to take their seats and begin the Raiden test. It plays out the same and move on to the Forest of Death. Naruto, Hinata and Sasuke decide to split up and look for the scroll. Sasuke tries to save Karen from a huge bear. Karen thanks Sasuke for saving her life. Then they met up but then suddenly, Naruto asks that he was about to pee, so he goes to the back of the tree. After he pees he is heading to his friends but he was ambushed and knocked out after some Rain Village ninja stole the scroll and transformed himself into Naruto to steal his identity. Hinata however she knock out the Rain Village and tells where is Naruto. He refuses to ask the question and then he escapes with the scroll. Naruto however arrived but he stops and Hinata tells if he was Naruto or some imposter. And Hinata tell a question what is her favorite flavor. Naruto answered, you like spicy food. Hinata withdraw the kunai and scolded him that Naruto should have been peeing before entering the forest. Sasuke tries to stop arguing each other. What matters? Naruto is fine. But he got something. He has the heaven scroll. He must have stole it from different team that got killed. They both impressed but at the same time they lost the other scroll because of it. Like canon it plays the same but then suddenly Orochimaru under a disguise as the grass ninja, Shior. They are about to fight. It plays the same. Then Orochimaru seal Naruto's ninetails, then he look at Sasuke. He had an idea. Hinata was shocked and what he is about to do with Sasuke. He is about to bite him. Hinata runs faster. Then Hinata pushed him and suddenly Orochimaru bites Hinata instead. Orochimaru planned this all along. Hinata was branded with a curse mark. He have planned this so he could lure her trap by saving a friend. She felt in pain after Orochimaru bite Hinata on the neck and leaves. Sasuke saves her and so is Naruto. The two of them are hiding under the tree roots. Sasuke tries to recover them and then suddenly Naruto wakes up. Team Dosu arrive and want to kill Hinata. The two of them are defending themselves and Hinata while she is unconscious. Rock Lee arrives, along with Team Kurenai to defend Hinata. Team Dosu fight back and then suddenly Hinata awake with her version 1 curse mark. She is covered in like black markings and she is mad with power and had an evil grind. Hinata dislocated Zaku's arm. Hinata gets too far. Naruto tries to stop her. He hugged her and told her to stop. She relax and revert back to normal. Dosu surrenders and gave the scroll to Sasuke and fled, carrying the injured Zaku. Sasuke thanked everyone for their aid including Sakura. Sasuke told Rock Lee why is he here to rescue Team 7. He heard the commotion from far away and told Tenten to say and keep an eye on the injured Neji whom he was being attacked by the Sand siblings. Neji however survived but his left leg is injured after Tamari uses her giant fan and cause his leg to be broke but he is fine, it's only temporarily, he needed to rest so Lee goes off and defend Team 7. Sasuke was glad to hear. He worries he did not wanna lose Neji. He is like his brother that he look up to. Sakura was glad to see Sasuke is okay. Sakura gave a medicine for Hinata to recover. Sasuke noticed Sakura's hair was shortened. He realized Sakura cuts her hair. She told him it's fine. She wanted for a change. Sasuke blushes and he find it beautiful with short hair. Sakura flatters. Naruto stops them and ruined the moment. Naruto told Sasuke to get over here and heal Hinata. Sasuke thanked Sakura for his aid. After their recovery they found their way to heading to the tower. Everyone have made it and gathered to form a line to prepare the next step. The third Hokage and Danzo arrives and each participants have gathered and ready for a one-on-one free fight. The monitor would show and randomized for whoever should be chosen to fight with one another. Each of them whoever wins, the Genin would be going to the next round and then whoever declares the winner and promoted into Chunin. Naruto Uzumaki vs Kiba Inuzuka, Sasuke Hyuga vs Rock Lee, Hinata Uchiha vs Sakura Haruno, Ino Yamanaka vs Tamari, Kankuro vs Tenten, Kin vs Gaara, Dosu vs Choji, Zaku vs Shino, Neji Hyuga vs Shikamaru Nara. Some of which plays the same but had a different outcome. Let's say, Naruto defeat Kiba, Sasuke defeat Lee, Hinata defeat Sakura, Temari defeat Ino, Kankuro defeat Tenten, Gaara defeat Kin, which results of her death, Dosu defeat Choji, Shino defeat Zaku, Neji defeated Shikamaru. Meanwhile, during the fight, what's going on? Kakashi decides to seal the cursed mark on Hinata to keep it under control, resulting Hinata passed out. Naruto, Hinata, Sasuke, Gaara, Temari, Kankuro, Dosu, Neji, and Shino made it to the semi-finals, but due to this, the third Hokage decide to postpone the exam for a while and let everyone rest and train for 1 month until get their strength recovered. Chapter 4. The Leaf Village Crush. In the aftermath, everyone are going for their separate ways. Sasuke decide to go to the hospital for a bit to see Sakura. Kakashi decides to heading to the mountain to see someone, which means he is meeting up Hinata there to train for a while. It's not long after that Naruto met Jiraiya and Naruto decides to beg the pervy sage to train with him. Naruto shows off his sexy jutsu and Jiraiya accepts it. Then Jiraiya releases the 5-element prong seal onto Naruto's gut, so Naruto would contact and talk to Kurama. Everything for Naruto plays the same like the canon, during the 1-month training. Elsewhere, Sasuke is visiting Sakura at the hospital. The two are having a conversations and Sakura did a very good job and she have fought hard to train to be stronger like Hinata. I am sure Sakura would one day fight Hinata and grew stronger. Sasuke is looking forward to that. Sakura would watch over Sasuke at the arena that was held as the semi-final location. Visiting hours is over and saying goodbye to Sakura and Sasuke told her to get well soon. Sasuke heading back to the compound that he would train with her dad, and then Sasuke manages to learn the twin lion fist technique and he is ready for the semi-finals. Elsewhere at the mountain, Kakashi is struggled to climb up with one hand, then suddenly Hinata is above the ledge. Hinata lend a hand to get him up and start training, and then Hinata was struggled to learn the move that Kakashi taught her. Hinata tries to practicing some lightning release to surpass his strength, then she activated her Sharingan, unleashes the form of a Chidori that increases her boost, to boost more lightning. Hinata have attempted to learn the Chidori that could break the boulder into tiny bits of rocks. She have attempted for weeks before the 1 month would ended. Then the 1 month is almost come to an end and Hinata finally succeeded the Chidori and Kakashi amazes her. Everything plays the same like in canon. Dosu was killed off by Gaara and the 1 month train has come to an end and everyone are preparing for the semi-finals. Hiruzen even informed that Orochimaru and the Sand Village are about to plan to destroying the village. He hired and ordered Anbu to keep it occupied and protect and search any threats. The semi-finals are about to start. Most other participants had not yet been arrived. Hinata was missing and so is Dosu. Though apparently Gaara killed him last week. Then suddenly Hinata and Kakashi arrived just in time before the announcement of Hokage and Kazekage starts the fight. The names would announced who should fight. Naruto vs Temari, Shino vs Gaara, Sasuke vs Kankuro and Hinata vs Neji. The first fight will be Hinata vs Neji. Two of the rival clan with such dojutsu will clash. Hinata did promise Neji that they would fight. And they begin the match. Hinata activates her Sharingan and Neji activate his Byakugan. The two clash. Then Neji did a rotation to deflect and protect himself. Then Hinata did the fireball jutsu but Neji counters with his vacuum palm. Hinata throws a demon wind shuriken but he dodges and then Hinata follows up with a shadow clone jutsu. But then Neji now caught her and did a 128 palm combo and strike her tenketsu and paralyzed her, but turn out it's a shadow clone and the demon wind shuriken behind Neji turns out it's Hinata and she kicked him and punched him 20 times, then they backed off each other. Neji look at her until she weave hand signs and unleashes lightning chakra from her hand and charged faster, while Neji was about to do a palm rotation to protect himself, and then Hinata did a Chidori and pierced through the palm rotation and instantly knocked Neji out against the wall. Neji has been defeated. It was Hinata's plan to distract him so she could get the advantage of using a shadow clone technique as distraction and take time of what was his weakness just to confuse him to think it's her fighting. Hinata now move on to the final match. Next up is Shino vs Gaara. Sadly Shino was defeated and he immediately goes to the infirmary to recover. Sasuke vs Kankuro. Sasuke however was figuring out that the Kankuro he fought isn't Kankuro. He realized it's a puppet he is fighting. The real conqueror was in the covered bandage, and then Sasuke however have destroyed his puppet using the 128 palm guard, and then Sasuke did a 64 combo and did a 100 palm of fury on Conqueror's face, and Sasuke Hyuga as the winner. The next would be Naruto versus Tamari. The two of them start fighting, and then Tamari uses the big fan to cause tornado. Then Naruto uses a multi-shadow clone to attack her, but Tamari destroy all clones. Suddenly Naruto did a combo like Rock did and then end up with an jumping axe kick and defeated Tamari. Naruto declared the winner. Next up is Hinata vs Gaara. This fight plays out the same as like the canon Sasuke does. Then the Leaf Village Crush now started, and Kabuto uses a genjutsu technique to fall everyone to sleep. Hinata however was not affected by it, she followed them. Meanwhile Sasuke and Sakura awake and wakes up Naruto, Rock Lee and Shikamaru. Somehow a guy in the hooded figure snatches someone. Sasuke realized the man in the hood is kidnapping Hanabi. They decided to split up. Sasuke and Lee wakes up Hiashi, his father, and Ino that his sister Hanabi was kidnapped. They must follow them and save Hanabi. Everything plays out the same like in canon. Hiruzen fight off the Kazekage Rasa, but turns out to be Orochimaru. He killed the Kazekage before heading to the Leaf Village that the exams were held. They both fought each other, and then Hiruzen decided to sealing Orochimaru's arm. This results the third Hokage's death. Orochimaru's minions, the Sound 4, grab him and fled. Meanwhile Naruto would fight off Gaara and convince about their loneliness, about being unloved, neglected, being used as a weapon, and had broken heart that would never healed. Gaara understood Naruto's meaning. Then his siblings arrived to save Gaara and flee to the Sand Village. Elsewhere Sasuke fight off against a group of bandits who trying to kidnap Hanabi. Hiashi realized that these are not just bandits. They are the former Cloud ninjas who were the Cloud Ambassador's followers whom they wanted Hyuga's Byakugan, and the one that left that hold Hanabi was actually the Ambassador's advisor, and he wanted to kidnap Sasuke 10 years ago. The fight goes on, everything they trying to save Hanabi. Rock Lee grabs her. The advisor was about to kill Sasuke behind his back until Neji arrived just on the nick of time to save Sasuke's life. He have redeemed himself to be a better person, to honor his father's legacy and his loyalty to protect the people and the prince of the main branch of the Hyuga clan. Neji apologized for what had happened Sasuke all these years. He would make it up to him that he would not be fall for his anger against the main branch. Sasuke forgiven Neji. The two hugged. Hiashi shed a single tear that he realized this was not what his brother wanted. Hiashi forgiven Neji for his careless action by disciplining him. Suddenly an Anbu arrived and informing the third Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi is dead. They all going back to the village. Everyone are gathered to paying the respect of the third Hokage. They all mourning for his death. Everyone recovered after Orochimaru. The Sound and Sand villages were under attack. The Chunin exams was a disaster, and everyone attended to the Hokage funeral, and everyone sadly upsets that the third Hokage is gone. Everyone are given up the flowers to the Hokage. Konohamaru is very sad to see his grandpa is gone. Hinata had not cry or mourn to the funeral. She did not lashed out since she didn't have the emotions to cry out to the Hokage. Kakashi arrived late. Everyone are about to leave. Naruto lost the only person he know of. Hiruzen Sarutobi was like his grandfather to him. Sasuke notices a crow looking at the third Hokage's grave. It seems that crow looks weird dead in its eyes. Sasuke ignores it. Then the crow turns out has a Sharingan. The crow flies off. Then the landed on a mysterious man's shoulder. Two men are wearing a straw hat and wearing a black cloak with red clouds. Then turns out that these are members of the organization known as the Akatsuki, a group of genin, Chunin and Jonin missing nin and rogue shinobi, who are hunt down anything they want to hunt. Among these two members are Kisame Hoshihaki, former member of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the Bloody Mist village, and the other one with a crow is, you guessed it, Itachi Uchiha, former Anbu, son of the Uchiha clan head, Hinata Uchiha's brother. The murderer who killed his own clan and left the village. Their goal is that they order to get the tailed beast, and their target is to find Naruto Uzumaki.
Stay tuned for more what if stories.